Hey, what is up, YouTube? So when we bought our new place, I needed a place to put my boat. And at the old property, I had a 30-foot wide by about 30-foot long boat shed, pole barn, and it was almost perfect. And I wanted about 10 more feet. So just a little bit more on the end to help cover this 20-foot boat. So I got all excited, and I got this project lined out, and a buddy of mine helped me put it together, and it looks great, right? Well, the old one, when I went and looked, as long as the bottom of the trusses was as high as my head, I was good to go. I could drive my boats underneath it, and there was plenty of room. So when we put this one up, the lowest post was about 6 foot, right at the top of my head. I'm 6'2", but you know, close enough. I thought it'll be good, right? Guess what? Got a big problem. The truss actually sits on top of the post, but hangs down beside it right here. I don't know, that's probably 12 inches or so. So guess what? It's 12 inches too low. So the truss actually right here along my shoulders. So man, I've been racking my brain and thinking how to jack this thing up, and I got in touch with a buddy of mine at church, and I said, hey man, can you come over, bring your tractor? I got an idea of how we can raise this roof. And he says, oh, okay, cool. He's like, well, have you not thought about using bottle jacks? I said, no, what are you thinking? And he's like, well, you can put the bottle jack on the side of your post and jack it up. So that's a brilliant idea. It's a whole lot better than using 2 tractors to try to lift this thing, and a whole probably lot more controlled as well. So I go to town to get bottle jacks, and I came across the aisle in Home Depot that's got your trailer jack. So this thing right here, and I thought, man, I could bolt this to the side of the post and just crank it all up. So that's what we're going to try to do today. And anyway, we'll document this event, and either it will be spectacularly glorious and we'll raise the roof about 8 inches or so, maybe 10 inches, or we'll film the whole thing coming down, crashing down on top of a beautiful boat. So anyway, wish me luck. We'll clamp this thing onto one of these posts right here, and we're gonna get started on this. Let's do it. All right, so I got my bolts here loosened up on the other side. They're all loose, and they just got a couple of threads holding the nut on the back side, so that when I jack this side up, it'll give that side a little bit of leniency. But over here, I've driven some lag bolts on either side of this, right there on either side, so that when this does get jacked up, if it gets kind of crazy and tries to slide, the hope is that those lag bolts keep it from sliding, but I really hope it don't slide at all. We'll see. Onward and upward. Gonna work. Ooh, I just hope it don't slide off of there. You goofus. sure that's going to work. We should be able to crank each one of these about 2 or 3 turns, lift it a few inches, and just go all the way down until we get it to the height we want. So we'll get it. All right, y'all, improvise. Was doing this and I saw a problem, right? So I don't know why I didn't think about this when I was putting it up, but this guy here, right? It was a wheel, and my thought was, as this wheel, as it pushed up, the wheel could roll a little bit, and you know, it'd give it a little bit of leeway. But the problem with that is that if this thing, and this one you can kind of tell, it's a little bit at an angle right here, right? That right there. If I go straight up, further I go up, the further this angle is. Anyway, the wheel, right? Well, look at what the wheel's sitting in. Let's go over here, I'll show you. This one is a little bit different, but this one's just got where 2 wheels was. Well, what I'm gonna do, taking the wheels out, and I'm gonna use this cradle as a cradle for this. It's gonna fit right in there, right? I don't know why I didn't think about that. Whenever I was putting these wheels on there, it would have made a whole lot of sense. But anyway, I'm gonna redo it. I've only got about 10 inches of jack right here. So I'm gonna have to take this right here and slide it up so that this cradle kind of is fitting in there where this is affixated to the post. I hope my lag bolts make it. I know every time you run one in and run one out and run one back in again, it weakens it. And I've already had one snap off, so a lot of weight on that thing. It's probably should run to town and get 16 more lag bolts. I mean, they're $5, but that's a long way into town. So anyway, here we go. So everybody got a jack, right? 3 more poles, go down there. We're gonna crank one at the same time. Everybody get down there and get one. I'm gonna get this tallest one down here. Oh, it's already up. See how much I got space I got right here? Everybody go one crank. Ready, go. 1.
Oh, my bad.
All right, go again. 2. A little bit of a gap right there in that. One way to get that gap out is to lift up the other side. So I guess I'm gonna go ahead and get my hole zipped in right here, get that clamp to it, and then whenever it comes down, then I'll scab it. So I was gonna scab it and then screw it, but I guess I need to screw it, let it come down, then scab it. I like it. Cool. So we missed all of us jacking it up. I got my neighbor Will over here. He's now my best friend. He came with all kind of really cool tools. I mean, whatever you need, the man's got it. But we had Caroline and Oliver and Brindley and Libby and everybody out here on these jacks, but I missed that. But anyway, we're about to jack it down onto the braces we got, and it's 11 inches higher. Don't seem like 11 inches is much, but it most certainly is. Right, cool, that one's down. Y'all, I got tools scattered from here to Kingdom Come, but anyway, we'll pick those up later. All right, y'all. Will came in with the save. The man had big wrenches. He had big screwdrivers, and they were powered with a battery. They were drills. He had screws because I ran out of screws, He didn't tell me to quit cutting boards, so I cut boards till the cows came home, and we got plenty of extra boards left over, so that's on him. But you know, hey, whatever. Check this out. So this scaffolding is now up here holding together that 11-inch block, and this was the lowest point. And y'all, I was hitting my head on this thing right here, right? So I put this in the way so I'd quit doing that because I don't learn. But this is it, finished product. Won't hit my head anymore. It's actually a few feet over, or a few inches over my head. And now I can easily pull boats in and out and around here without having to worry about hitting these edges. So stupid mistake on my end by not having my height of the barn right. But I really wanted it to sit low. In my old barn, the bottom of the truss is what I measured. So I thought that's where the pole needed to be. Well, guess what? The pole's like an inch above that. So that would have been perfect, but no, pole needs to be there because you got this part of the truss hanging down. So lesson learned. But you know, when we build the next pole barn, we'll know. When you building one, man, it's your turn now.
Oh, trust me, I want to do it real bad.
We're pros, dude. We can do this.
We can do it.
And you got enough tools to do everything.
Do it. Do it.
All right. Well, look, hope you guys learned something. I certainly did. Don't make my mistakes. Catch you guys on the water. Oh, by the way, I told Will we were going fishing, so he's like, yeah, I'm coming over, man. Let's do this thing. And next thing I know, I was like, nah, we got to fix the barn first. So anyway, okay. I'm going to take him next time. So we're going to put this man on a big catfish or a big striper real soon, hopefully, if this weather cools off, because this hot weather ain't producing big fish. But we're going to give it a shot. So appreciate you guys tuning in. Please like, subscribe, and share with your friends. Catch y'all on the next one. See ya.